In other news, a mother of 4 who allegedly survived an attempt on her life by her husband is demanding his arrest and prosecution. Maureen Anyango Sijeni says her husband slit her throat, leaving her for dead following a domestic row. More details in the county news.
A tearful Asijeni narrates how she had an altercation with her husband earlier in the day, which was later resolved following an intervention by the local pastor. She thought the matter had been resolved and retired to bed. It is then that her husband allegedly pounced on her with a machete and slit her throat.
Niliona uso ya bwana yangu kama anang'ang'ana na mimi. Na vile nilishtuka, nilisikia ni kama kitu inanikata huku.
A quick intervention by her son and neighbors saved her life. She's now demanding justice, accusing the police of laxity in arresting and prosecuting her husband. Meanwhile, the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights has lauded the government for moving in to resettle some of the communities in the Mau Forest. The commission noted that this will help address cases of inhumane evictions that have been recorded in the water tower for over 25 years, leaving families to sleep in the cold.
We are quite certain that the communities now will appreciate the existence of forests, not look at them as a source of livelihood, because at least the government will have guaranteed their livelihood.
And the Parliamentary Committee on Administration and National Security has revealed the need for the police to get frequent trainings on new laws and legislation that is geared towards improving the service of the officers. Committee Chair Paul Koinange said that poor infrastructure was another concern, coupled by other working environments that make it hard for officers to execute their duties effectively.
We are pursuing to see that they have mobile psychosocial officers who will go to different police stations, because we cannot have centers all over the country. And that one will really help them, because that one now, it will help us to remove the stress that is there among the police.
The committee is on a fact-finding mission in Mombasa. Separately, health workers in Migori County are threatening to go on strike due to delayed payments of their September salaries. Through their union, the medics have given the county government until Friday next week to pay them.
Ikipofika Monday ambaye ni Jumatatu, kila mfanyakazi ambaye tarehe 26 mfanyakazi lolote afuate kamili, moja kwa moja tutaenda kwa ofisi ya county government kuuliza haki ya mfanyakazi.
In Kisumu, widows, elderly persons and orphans in Ombei village have benefited from donations from well-wishers to cushion them from the COVID-19 pandemic. The ongoing program carried out by community healthcare volunteers under the Widows Harvest International has reached well over 1,500 beneficiaries in parts of Nyando and Muhoroni constituencies.
During this pandemic, actually from February, it has been so bad and so hard economically to some widows. In fact, we have reached so many that are bedridden. Right now, there are about 5 widows that we take food to them. We cook food and take to them. And then you take to them and you reach there, they cannot take the food into their mouth because they are so sick.
A woman in Makueni accused of slashing a Makueni-based lawyer, Onesmus Masaku, with a machete will be detained at Machakos police station.
It's also necessary, as is the practice now, that the suspect be tested for COVID, so that in the event that bond is not granted, as we shall be praying, then she can be remanded in custody.
She failed to take plea for the 3rd time in a row after the prosecution sought more time for her to undergo a mental and COVID-19 test. She's expected in court on 10th of November. Her charges were amended to murder from a previous charge of attempted murder. Yusuf Farah, Channel 1 News.